Okay, so today we will take one example and then we will start with second unit. Okay, so before starting with second unit, again we will have one example. I will type it here, the problem statement. Implement a program to find largest number. Instead of maximum, I will write largest number out of any three numbers. Okay, now this is my problem statement. Okay, is it visible to you? Hello?
सर
Sir,
स्क्रीन दिसत
screen
नाही.
Oh, just a minute. Okay, now? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, so this is my problem statement. I want to display or to find out the largest number out of any three numbers. Let's say if I have taken like a is equal to 10, b is equal to 20, so and c is equal to, let's say, 30. So which one is the largest number out of these three?
30.
30. So I need output as 30. So we have seen how to find out the largest number in two numbers, right? Now what can be done to find out the largest number out of these three numbers? आता ह्या तीन नंबर मध्ये मला लार्जेस्ट नंबर शोधायचा आहे. आपण आधी प्रोग्राम कुठला केलाय? इफ a is greater than b, बरोबर, हा प्रोग्राम केलेला ज्याच्यामध्ये a is one number and b is other number. If this condition is true, print a is the largest number, else b is the largest number, बरोबर. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Now what is the logic to identify the largest number between these three numbers? Tell me how to find out the largest number between these three numbers. Okay, I will write program for you related with largest number in in any two numbers. Integer is equal to 10, comma b is equal to 20. If a is greater than b.
Recording start करायचं.
Yes, it is started. It is started. Printf a is largest number. Else, if this condition is false, that means b is larger number. Okay, if you run, so b is largest number. Now I have one more number, let's say c. is equal to 30. Now how to find out the largest number between these three numbers? Yes, how we can do this? Hello, hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now tell me how we can do this, the comparison between three numbers. आता इथे आपण काय केलंय, A is compared with B as there is only one number, but in this case I need to compare A with B and C as well. Then I need to compare B with A and C. Again C I need to compare with A and B. ज्यावेळेस तिघांचं कंपॅरिझन होईल प्रत्येकाबरोबर, then I will be in the position to make statement like this one is the largest number, right? मला का A हा B बरोबर पण कंपेअर करायला लागेल जसा इथे मी आता केला, आणि A हा परत C बरोबर पण कंपेअर करायला लागेल. तसेच B हा A आणि C बरोबर दोघांबरोबर सुद्धा कंपेअर करायला लागेल. C हा A आणि B बरोबर सुद्धा कंपेअर करायला लागेल. मग कसं करणार तुम्ही प्रोग्राम मध्ये? Yes. Now look at here. Okay, I have received a few responses from your side. So now look at this point. See, here we have compared A is greater than B. Okay. Yesterday we have learned about logical operators, right? So there are logical operators and or and not. So or that means what? If any condition is true, then it will print this message. Okay. And this logical and means what? If both the conditions are true, then only it will go for the printing this message or the action which is after this function. Okay. Now here I am checking if A is less than B and A is also less than C. Sorry, A is greater than B and A is greater than. Hello.
Send केले WhatsApp.
Okay. Okay, I will check. But after now my explanation. Okay. So if A is greater than B. Okay, are you here, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we are finding the largest number between three numbers. So as like yesterday we have seen the logical operators, right? And or. So logical and, if both the operands are true, then only it will execute. And in the logical or operation, if any of the operand is true, then also it will work with this. Okay, now here what we are checking, the largest number. See, I am going to compare A with B and A with C. If A is greater than B and if A is greater than C, that means if both the conditions are true, then I will print A is the largest number. Okay, now check here again. Value of A is 10 and value of B is 20, value of C is 30. So 10 is greater than B, that means greater than 20, this condition is false. 10 is greater than 30, this condition is also false. So A is not the largest number. Then I will write the next condition if, now I'm going to check B. Okay, B is greater than A and B is greater than C. If this is the case, if B is greater than A and B is greater than C, then it will print B is the largest number. Now check, 20 is greater than 10. Yes, the condition is true. 20 is greater than 30. This condition is false. When any of the condition get false in the logical AND operator, this statement will not be executed. It will go for next. Else. Okay. Or you can instead of else, you also write third condition: if C is greater than A and C is greater than B, print C is the largest number. Now check C, that is 30, is greater than 10. Yes, condition is true. Here 30 is greater than 20. Yes, condition is true. It will print C is the largest number. So if I run the program, C is the largest number. Okay, and if you want to print the number, again you can write it here. Is equal to, as I have used here integer type, I'm going to use %d as a delimiter and the value of C. The number equal to this much. Okay, 30. Likewise, we will add this for message to this also. Instead of C, I'll write here B, and it will, if B is largest, it will print the value of B. If A is the largest, it will print the value of A. Okay, I will change now value of A is 100, B is 20, 30. So my answer will be okay. So A is the largest number and the number equal to 100. Okay. So have you got this? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you find, okay, this is for your homework. I will give you one homework now to find the smallest. Okay, now you need to find out the smallest number. This is for your homework. Okay. What you need to find out? You need to find out the smallest number out of any three numbers, right? Have you understand the problem?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we will start with second unit. Okay. Now second unit is about the control statements, control structures. Okay. So here we are going to look what is control statement, if else, nested if else if ladder, then switch case statements. Out of this, we have seen the use of if else. Again, we will have some examples. Then looping statements, while loop, do while loop, for loop, and nested while loop, nested do while loop, nested for loop. Okay, this we are going to look. Also, we are going to look for some control like break, continue, and go to statements. Okay, so as like if we are solving this kind of examples, the problem statements, see there are few statements which are not including the part of conditions. If you check or if you go through any real-time conditions, okay, any real-time conditions, always we need to think about the what are different possibilities. Okay, आपण ज्यावेळेस एनी रिअल टाइम प्रॉब्लेम्स वगैरे किंवा अजून कंडिशन्स फेस करत असतो बघा, त्यावेळेस प्रत्येक वेळेस आपल्याला काय करायला लागतात, काही कंडिशन्स असतील, काही आता सपोज जर टाइम टेबल तुम्हाला तयार करायचं असेल, सो देर आर मल्टिपल कंडिशन्स लाईक one faculty should not get more than 3 lectures, there should be some time interval in between lectures, one faculty cannot be assigned simultaneously to multiple divisions. Okay, these are what conditions. This is one example. Or you can take any example, like if you wish to travel from Pandharpur to college, right? So you may find out the possibilities or the conditions, like if I take this route, how much time I will require to reach the college. If I take other route, how much time I require to reach the college. Okay, see, for any simple problem, you may find out different conditions or the ऑब्स्टॅकल्स किंवा तुम्ही तिथे अजून कंडिशन्स तुम्ही ऍड करू शकतात. सो देर आर व्हेरी फ्यू प्रॉब्लेम स्टेटमेंट विच कॅन बी एक्झिक्यूट इन अ व्हेरी सिम्पल वे, लाईक द एक्झाम्पल वी हॅव टेकन ॲज प्रोग्राम फॉर द ॲडिशन, प्रोग्राम फॉर सबस्ट्रॅक्शन. त्याच्यामध्ये काही कंडिशन्स होतात का? देर वी नॉट फाइंड एनी कंडिशन्स. दीज आर व्हेरी सिम्पल. But like finding a maximum number, finding minimum number, then also we have seen other problems. Okay, so there we need to go for some sort of decision making to solve those conditions. Okay, and for this reason, this chapter control structure, it's an very important, because here we are going to learn two aspects of this control structures. One is decision making and the other is controlling this loop statement. Okay, so with this we will start this second chapter. So again, if you go through this point, the importance, this chapter, as I already told, it very frequently we are requiring using these conditions. And when we say we are required these conditions very frequently, so we need to focus more on this chapter, because it will be like plays a base role for the upcoming chapters, like for arrays, string, then functions. Okay, if you want to implement conditions. So this chapter plays a very important role in the latter chapter as well. Okay, so with this we'll start with what is statement. Statement is nothing but, or you can define it as an instruction or the command, as like we have seen, a plus b is equal to c, the simple addition program. Okay, this is one of the statement, and every statement is, it ends with semicolon. This is the syntax of writing C program. Now this statement, or a general statement in C program, is classified into two categories. One is a sequential statement and other category is controlled statement. Now here we are going to look in this chapter, in this second chapter, control structure, we are going to focus on the second aspect of the C statements. The simple sequential statement, we have seen the example of addition program, then subtraction program, multiplication, division, finding reminders of the division. Okay, so this we called it as a sequential statements. Now in this chapter we are going to look for control statements. So again, these control statements are divided into two parts, two categories. First category is decision control statement and other category is looping control statement. Okay, now we will find the difference between this decision and looping control statement when we are going to start with this for loop, while loop, do while loop. Okay, यांना looping statement का म्हणायचं आपण त्यावेळेस बघूयात. When we are going to start actual syntax of for loop, while loop and do while loop. The decision control, just now we have seen the use of if loop, if statement, if else statement, nested if else statement, else if ladder statement, and switch cases. In case of this decision control statement, like just now we have seen one example, implement a program to find out largest number. So I have this number, but I need to take decision which one is the largest. Okay. So for this case, for such cases, we are going to use this decision control statements. If loop, if else loop, sorry, nested if else loop, else if ladder, and switch cases. So we'll go through one by one. Okay. So what do you understand by sequential statements? The statements which are executed as per the sequence given in the program. This C programming language, okay. This C programming language is what a procedure oriented language. It goes like the compiler, it execute or it reads this first line, then it reads second line, then it reads third, fourth, fifth. Okay. So as per the instructions given by the user or the programmer, it works. Okay. So the statement which are executed as per the sequence given in the program, these statements are called as a sequential control statement. As like also we have seen the point area of rectangle, then a perimeter of rectangle, then addition program, subtraction. Okay. As per the instructions of user, the programs executes. Now what happens in the control statement? The statement which are executed by keeping control over the execution. Such statements are called as control statements. So this again, it is divided decision control statement and looping control statement. I will repeat it again. The decision control statement are nothing but the control statements which will be helping to execute certain instructions or to keep or to skip certain statements by taking proper decisions with the help of determining logical condition. Such statements are called as decision control statement. I will repeat again. Control statements which will be helping to execute certain instruction or to skip certain statements by taking proper decision with the help of determining logical condition. Now, in our case, have you understood this statement? I will read it again. Control statement which will be helping to execute certain instruction or to skip certain statement by taking proper decision with help of determining logical conditions. Now in our case, if you remember the example of finding a maximum number between two, numbers. Okay, I'm having two numbers only, A and B. I'm comparing here. That means I'm using this logical operator. A is greater than B. Now, if this condition is true, then it will execute this line. If this condition is false, then it will execute this line. It will skip this line. Okay, so this is what the meaning of the statement just we have read. Okay, I will show you once again. Control statement which will be helping to execute certain instruction. If this condition is true, it will execute this instruction, or to skip certain statement by taking proper decision. If this condition is false, then it will skip this statement and it will execute the else statement. Okay. Such statements are called as decision control statements. So these statements, if and else, are called as the decision control statement. Now the syntax of writing if statement is if and the logical condition. You need to provide a condition here and in round brackets, and no need here, you should not give this semicolon. Okay, This is the syntax of writing if statement. If in round brackets, logical condition, open curly bracket, close curly bracket. Okay, if you have only single line, there is no need to give open curly bracket and close curly bracket. But if you have multiple lines or any other logic, we will see the examples also. Okay, then you should give this open curly bracket and close curly bracket. It denotes the body of this function. Okay, if I used any other function here as like main function, this open curly bracket and this close curly bracket, it defines the body of this main function. Now in case of this if statement, this open curly bracket and this close curly bracket, it defines the body of this if control statement. Okay, and here in this open and curly brackets, close curly brackets, you can write a statement, simple statements, or you can write again a simple logic as well. Okay, तिथे तुम्ही या केसमध्ये simple statements सुद्धा लिहू शकता, or you can write any other program in this. If this condition true, then your program get execute. Okay. From the above syntax, if is nothing but a keyword. The logical condition, when we say keyword, you find it in a different color. And again, all the keywords are in the small letters only. You need to remember these, you can say the rules for writing keyword. You cannot write I capital and F small. Okay, it has a different meaning. This is not a reserved keyword. Okay. Then, as I rightly mentioned here, the curly bracket open and close, these are nothing but the body of the if statement. If the result of logical condition is true or 1, then the entire body of the if statement get executed. If this statement is valid, that means if A is greater than B, then whatever you have written, this open and curly bracket, open curly bracket and close curly bracket, it is valid, it is executed. Okay, if this is false, then your pointer will move to next else loop by skipping the content or the body of this if loop as the condition is false. Okay, if the result of logical condition is false or 0, then entire body of if statement will not be executed. Okay, so the syntax for writing if else statement as like we have implemented here. If logical condition, I'm having statement 1, statement 2, else statement 3 and statement 4. Statement 4. Now from the syntax, there are two keywords, if and else. You may find the both keyword in the different color. Okay, and which are in the small letters only. If else statement is used when we are having only two possibilities. Okay, you need to remember this. If else statement is used when we are having only two possibilities. In our case, either the first possibility is either A is greater, second possibility is B is greater. If this statement is true, that means A is greater. If this statement is false, it means B is greater. Okay. Okay, are you understanding this? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So here we in if else, it represent two possibilities. The if logical condition for if statement remains true, then entire body of if statement get executed. Just we have discussed now. whereas enter body of else statement will not be executed. If it is true, if this case is true, it will, your compiler will execute only if body. It will not go for the else statement. If this condition is false, your compiler will not go to the if statement body, it will go to the else statement body. Okay. If logical condition for if statement remain false, the entire body of if statement will not be executed, whereas the entire body of else statement get executed when there is a false condition in the if statement. Now next is else if ladder. In the else if ladder, what happens? The syntax is if logical condition one statement I have given. Next is else if logical condition 2 and it has certain statements. Then again I am having else if logical condition 3 and again I am having statement 5 and 6. Else I am having statement in my output window. What is the difference between if else and if else ladder? Okay, these are very rarely used. Else if ladder, this function or this control structure is we are using it very rarely. We are mostly working with only if and else statements or nested if else statements. Okay, so the syntax of is what? If I am writing if loop, then else, and again else if I write else if, and if I give some other condition, so this syntax we called it as a if else ladder. Okay, sorry, else if ladder. Okay, from the syntax we are using two keywords, if and else. Else if ladder is used when we are dealing with more than two logical conditions. Okay, so what are those two logical more than two logical conditions? Yes, yesterday we have seen one example. Again I will tell you. So what is that example? I want to find out the grades, right? So what are the conditions are there? See, when my average marks are greater than 70, this is simple condition, right? This is simple condition. When my average marks are greater than 70, I will print distinction. But see, I will write it here. If average marks greater than 70, this is a simple condition. If this is true, it will print distinction. Okay. See, I'm not using the correct syntax. मी इथं पूर्ण syntax लिहित नाही. Just for time being, I'm just giving you the hints. Now there is second condition. Else if, here I'm using the ladder. Else else if. My second condition is if my average marks are greater than 60 and average marks are less than 70. This is my second case. If this is the case, I will print first class. Now I have one more case. If my average marks are greater than 50 and average marks are less than, let's say, 60, I'm going to print second class. Okay, so if likewise, if I'm having a program where I need to use the multiple conditions, okay, multiple conditions, like this one is the condition, also this I need to check this condition, also I need to check this condition. At that time, this else if ladder is used. Okay, sorry. After else, the logical condition cannot be written directly. Okay, you need to write the logical condition into the if statement only. Okay. Example. Okay, the detailed example of this we'll see into the next lecture. Okay, so I will stop here. If you have any doubt.